Alright, let me see. So, at the outbreak of war in 1914, Barbados remained a British colony with a population of around 176,000. As an island nation, Barbados prospered due to the demand of its key export, which was sugar, which was everybody else's export. And while Jamaica contributed two-thirds of the manpower to the volunteers of the West Indian Regiments, or the WIR, Barbadians also made up a portion of the Caribbean fighting force. Men and women were encouraged to join the war effort through pay and tax relief, and churches prompted the idea that the war constituted a battle between good and evil, with the British being good and the Germans being very, very evil, y'all. Other volunteers thought that the potential reward for participation would be political independence from the empire, as they say, blood for representation. However, Caribbean volunteers who joined the war effort faced severe discrimination. The British military had not in fact wanted to include Caribbean volunteers, and it was only on the insistence of King George V that they were recruited at all. As a result, warrant officer was the highest military rank a WIR soldier could achieve and strive for. Despite this discrimination, Barbadian soldiers and the rest, but this is about Barbados, went on to achieve honorable mentions in dispatches and medals for gallantry and bravery, particularly during the campaigns against the Turks and the Turkish, subjects as well, over in Palestine. Yes, the WIR was mostly relegated to Palestine for three reasons. One, the Western Front was for white men only, kinda, and Indians, I guess. Two, they think that the warmer climate in the Middle East, which is like degrees hotter and more humid, would be sufficient for Caribbean people. And three, it was, colored people against colored people, so, why not? But the second one is probably true, and the two others are just probably jokes. But well, the first one is kind of in truth. They didn't they didn't want them on the Western Front because a lot of white people were there, and it was kind of colder on the Western Front as well. So the humidity and the acclimatization would actually kind of mess up a lot of people from tropical climates. The Italians did this with Libyans, and it did not go well. So yeah, the French did it with some Senegalese. It kind of worked, kind of did not. But the Algerians, oh boy, let's not talk about the Algerians on the Western Front. Great gallantry, but that was cold weather. Anyway, I hope you learned something, and this is the terrible loop, but I hope you enjoyed.